In a stateside response to an international crisis, a chef couple based in Brooklyn is mobilizing the New York community and beyond to help provide immediate support for Ukrainians impacted by Russia's attacks. Along the way, they're on a mission to cut through misconceptions about Eastern European cuisine. Jean Song has the story.
I want to say that it was like shock and horror, but it wasn't.
As Russia invaded Ukraine in February, it came as no surprise to pastry chef Jessica Quinn.
Growing up with parents who grew up in the USSR, within Soviet Russia, it almost just felt like history repeating itself. It's obviously a horror to see Russia invading Ukraine, but it's almost like a relived horror. Like, we've done this before, we've seen it before.
Jessica is a daughter of Jewish and Latvian Ukrainian immigrants who left their home countries in the Soviet era of the 70s. A nod to her lineage, she and her wife, Chef Trina Quinn, are co-owners of Dacha 46, a traveling pop-up inspired by Eastern European cuisine and culture.
It was a very easy call to make that we needed to do something, and obviously since we're so far away, the most effective thing that we could think of to do was to find a way to raise money and get it to the people who need it immediately.
They said they've raised about $20,000 for Ukraine so far through dinners and a pastry box fundraiser, a collaborative effort with 11 other bakers.
Crazy heavy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, they're beautiful.
Some people just donated, some people bought the box. It was a way for people to feel like they're helping, and it did. It made like an immediate impact. Like within 24 hours, like that money went on the ground to like all these different organizations that needed it, and we made sure that the organizations we knew or had worked with and were actually doing on the ground work or went to specific PayPals that were helping students leaving Ukraine.
Dacha 46's contribution to the pastry box are our mock bulichki. They're poppy seed, paste-filled, sweet yeasted buns.
Thank you so much.
Dacha 46 was born out of the COVID-19 pandemic when Trina was furloughed from her restaurant and Jessica was on sabbatical.
Trina really kind of was the drive behind it. I would come home and she would be hand-making pelmeni, which are our dumplings that we're kind of known for. And she was like, we're eating this food and we're really satisfied by it. And I think a lot of people need something comforting right now.
It was definitely probably anxiety driven. It's like, you go from working 14-hour days to 0-hour days, and, it's kind of like a culture shock as far as mentally. So I feel like it was really making pasta and dumplings is just very therapeutic.
Concocting Dacha 46 with Trina also turned out to be a way for Jessica to reclaim her heritage.
We've been together 11 years, and I think maybe year 5, she started bringing me to I think we went to Brighton Beach for the first time in South Brooklyn in New York. It's just mind-blowing, these melding of cultures, and they're all Eastern European, and it's just I was like, why are you keeping this from me? You are so dumb. This is amazing.
She thought that I was hiding this entire thing from her, and I think maybe subconsciously I was, it wasn't intentional. Growing up with it in the Eastern European culture, my identity as being a gay woman was complicated and took a long time for me to kind of come to terms with. Trying to personalize our story while also showing that other queer Eastern Europeans have a place within the culture and, as we like to say, have a seat at our table.
With a fresh take, the pair hopes to educate and break down misconceptions about what Eastern European cuisine can be.
I feel like it's really been sort of this coming home moment for me, and it's nice because now it's under our turf, it's our rules, and it's just more, I'd say, inclusive and inviting, and that's what we always pictured, what we created together would look like.
Thank you, enjoy.